Okay, the next group of exercises we're going to show, we refer to as the level 1 ankle. So one of the first things we've got to try and do when somebody comes in with an ankle injury is to increase that range of motion. Also, very important is what's referred to as proprioception. It's your body's awareness of where it is in space. So we're going to ask Nick to do a range of motion exercise that is called the ABCs, which he literally is going to be using just his ankle, not his knee, just his ankle to draw the ABCs. So with his left leg here, we're going to pull that off to the side so you can see it, and go ahead and draw an A for me. Good. And then a B. Good. See how he's going from every range of motion to every range of motion, and it's happening just at the ankle. There's your C. You ought to be able to look at this and see what letter that you're drawing. Notice that I've got Nick sitting up so that he can see what he's doing, because that's that proprioceptive aspect. In other words, he's asking his foot to do something very specific, draw a letter, and then he's visually showing himself that he's confirming that he's doing exactly what he's asked his foot to do. And again, it's reconnecting the muscles and the neuromuscular junction in his ankle back up to his brain. Okay. The next one that we're going to have him do is a straight leg raise. And so we bend the opposite knee. That's to stabilize the back, trying to make sure that we don't irritate anything in the back muscles. And then we're going to have him do that quad set again, tighten the knee. There we go. And then from this position, he's going to lift this leg up to the level of this knee. Go ahead and do that for me, Nick. Good. And back down under control. Good. Let's do 5 of those for him. There's 2. So he's under control. He's not fast up or fast down. The knee stays straight the entire time while he's doing it. Good. And then we would switch sides. We always want to do both sides because we're always trying to strengthen both the involved side and also the side that's having to do more because the other side has been injured. The next one we're going to show you is a side-lying hip abduction exercise. So we're going to have Nick lay on his side. We have him do the lower leg is bent. That again gives you that good stable base. We're going to have him straighten his knee, and then we straighten at the hip. We know he's doing it right because we have shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle all on a straight line. Okay? We want to make sure that he doesn't rock back off that hip, so you want to make sure that he stays in that good position. We want to make sure that he doesn't bring the foot too far forward because he'll pick up a different muscle group. So what we're wanting to do is when he comes down, we want you to see that his heel is touching his calf. And so we know that he's in a good position. We're going to have him come up about 18 inches off the ground, right there. Hold for just a second, and then go back down under control. And let's do 5 of those for him. So there's 2. You should feel this exercise basically right behind the pocket. It's the muscle group that we're looking at for this is called the Gluteus Medius, and it's going to happen, like I said, just behind the pocket or behind the seam of the pants is where he's going to feel that. You want to make sure that you don't rock back, move the knee forward, or you don't want to externally rotate. Next exercise we're going to show, go ahead and slip down and stand up, is a single leg stance. Now, when you first start off, it's going to be very challenging, and it's okay to use something for support. We're really much more interested in getting you to bear weight through that injured ankle. So I'm going to put my hand out here so Nick can use this for balance. And we're going to say that the left ankle is still the injured ankle, so go ahead and lift that right ankle. Now, at home, we want you to do both ankles. But I'm just showing you with the left ankle here. So we're going to use it where he's just going to stand. Notice that the right foot doesn't come in contact with the left leg. We don't want to increase that base. We're trying to challenge the body with this single leg. He'll stand for 30 seconds, trying to stay nice and stable, good and tall. Think about a rope coming out the top of your head, making you as tall as you can be so that it keeps you right over the top of your foot. Now, if for some reason while he's doing this, he starts to lose his balance, go ahead and put your foot down. He puts his foot down. We're not interested in seeing if you can stay up until you fall to the ground. Safety first is the most important thing with all of these exercises. So you notice that he gathered himself up, got his foot back up in the air, and then you pick up from where you left off. We'd like to have you count to 30 or a nice slow 30-second count, and then we'll switch legs. There we go again. Same concept. You're going to stand good and tall. Try and stay over the top of your foot. Using this for balance only as needed. I could take my hand away and he's doing a really nice job, but it's there. You can use a wall, you could use the banister, you could use someone at home to assist you. But again, just for balance. Good. You go ahead and have a seat. The next exercise we're going to show is an ankle pump. Again, very important, especially when you've got an ankle injury that's got swelling with it, that we try and get that muscle to fire so that it can assist us in trying to draw the swelling out of the ankle, especially if you're stuck in a position which we refer to as a gravity-dependent position, where your foot is below the level of your heart most of the time. So that's going to cause the swelling to want to gravitate down. So we're going to try and use the muscles to try and pump it back up. So go ahead and do ankle pump for me. So notice that he's going to use, just keep it right there, and just tap it down. So he's basically tapping his foot down to the ground and pulling it up. So he's going through his full available range of motion. In doing so, when he pulls up, he's firing the muscle group right through here, which is referred to as the tibialis anterior. And that's firing that muscle, and it's causing it to draw any excess swelling out of the ankle. Again, when he presses down, he's firing the muscles on the backside of his ankle, or backside of his leg, referred to as the gastroc and the soleus muscle group. Again, firing that muscle is causing the swelling to be pushed out of the ankle. When you do this exercise, we'd like you to do it 20 times, and we'd like you to do it 5 or 6 times throughout the day. So this is the last of the exercises that we're calling the level 1 ankle exercises.